Can you hear them? The first human footsteps, leaving Africa, seeking the great rivers that would one day cradle civilization. On a rocky shoreline in the Levant, a family watches the dawn. Smoke stings their eyes as fish sizzle on hot stones. They see birds wheeling inland toward a greener horizon, and they follow. Journeys like this carried our ancestors across the globe. Then came the seed, a revolution held in the palm of a hand. Stored harvests anchored families to one place, and in that place, authority began to concentrate. Where water flowed, villages swelled into the first cities. Along the Tigris, the Euphrates, and the Nile, human memory was carved into clay and stone. Writing, law, and towering pyramids transformed grain into government. A scribe's stylus, a judge's decree, a pharaoh's monument. Far to the east, on the Indus Plain and along the Yellow River, other great experiments took shape, with gridded streets and vast granaries, the architecture of a shared existence. But how do scattered cities become a world under a single banner? The Persian and Roman empires provided a blueprint, testing the limits of trust and control on a massive scale. Roads, coinage, and law turned conquest into administration. Within and alongside them, ideas traveled. Judaism offered a fierce, portable identity. Buddhism spread from quiet monasteries to bustling trade posts, while in the East, the Han state bound a continent together with a shared philosophy of duty and humane rule that would echo for ages. In the 7th century, a new faith emerged, carried on the winds of trade and scholarship. Islam joined law, faith, and commerce, and the world grew smaller. Along the Silk Roads and the monsoon routes of the Indian Ocean, ideas traveled with silk and spice. A single glass bead found in a Viking grave might hold the touch of a dozen distant hands, a testament to a world becoming deeply and irreversibly connected. By late medieval times, Afro-Eurasia was a dense network of exchange, while the Americas and Oceania forged their own unique worlds. Then, brave ships stitched two oceans into one story. On a deck before sunrise in the 16th century, a sailor, a descendant of that ancient Levant family, feels the salt on his tongue as gulls cry overhead. New routes remade the world. A potato crossed the Atlantic and ended famine. Cheap print, born around 1517, turned whispers into pamphlets and pamphlets into revolutions. Debates on liberty and rights leaped across borders, fueling new republics in the Americas and France, and a declaration of freedom in Haiti. Soon, steam and iron would promise to accelerate everything. Soot and steam rewrote the sky as factories reordered human time. Rail and credit bound strangers together in sprawling new markets. But who would control the machines that now controlled the day? Empires seized and redrew maps, while strikes and sermons argued for a fairer future. The conflicts grew, escalating into mass armies and a century of global war. The 20th century brought 2 world wars, unspeakable genocides, and the dawn of the nuclear age. After 1945, empires cracked. New nations stepped onto the world stage. The United Nations convened to seek peace, while a long Cold War divided the planet. Today, our digital feeds and fiber optics echo those ancient caravan routes, moving ideas at the speed of light. New centers of power rise. Climate change and pandemics reveal our stark interdependence. Gene editing and artificial intelligence challenge our ethics, proving that the currents of history, of power, technology, and belief are still shaping our world. A new phase is forming, and its first signals are just now coming into view.